lovelies, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to our lovely space. If you're new or you're just seeing me for the first time, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Tola and you are welcome to our lovely space. In today's vlog, we are remodeling, revamping, zhuzhing up this space. So the OGs who have been following me for quite a while know that this kitchen is where I create like 80% of my content right now. And I have been looking for ways to zhuzh it up and just revamp it, just, you know, give it a little you guys can see that I've started moving stuff around, and I will show you what this kitchen looks like right now, just for the new year, and you know, to give me fresh ideas, just a fresh space. I've decided to move things around and also update some of my appliances. I started sharing this during Vlogmas. I have these boxes to review, all 4 boxes. But before then, we're going to move over to this side and I'm going to unbox an item that I got from an amazing brand I've worked with in the past. Let's unbox theirs first, then we come back here. So over here, we have this amazing appliance I got from Amzchef. You guys will probably remember them from Darlington when I unboxed their juicer. I still use that juicer today for so many things. It comes with a bunch of other accessories that you can just pair together to transform it into a whole different tool, like a veggie slicer. And it's been doing an amazing job in this kitchen here for me. But today it's all about this professional blender that I got from them. This is such a great addition to my space because it is slim, it's not loud, and it is very efficient. I compare it to an Odogu brand, and that's because it does such an amazing job. I've tried it out myself and I cannot wait to review it with you guys. Anyway, it comes with a bunch of attachments.
This appliance has a powerful motor of 2000 watts and 26,000 RPM, has 6 powerful sharp blades, and it has 3 speed settings and 4 preset programs. Also boasts of a 1.8 PBA free jar. It also has a safety feature that kicks in once the jar isn't secure. It also self-cleans in 30 to 60 seconds with only soap and water.
So like I said, it comes with a bunch of accessories. You get the instructional manual. You also get 2 years warranty on this product. And then you get the recipe book where you have savory and sweet recipes to choose from. So if you are into smoothies, mocktails, cocktails, smoothie blends, things like that. And if you're into the savories as well, you also have recipes in there as well to choose from, which is kind of a staple with Amzchef, because I remember that with my veggie slicer I also got a recipe book. You also get this 600 ml cup that you can use for your smoothies, and if you want to keep your savory and sweet separate, options. You have this mallet that just goes up top here and it helps you move stuff around while you blend. We'll get to use this much later in the vlog. You also have a sippy cup here that also transforms into a travel cup that you can literally take anywhere with you. And last but not the least, you get a cleaning brush that has a flip side here that you can use to get bits and bobs out of the blender and crevices that just might be stuck there. So it's such an amazing tool to have. It's very, very versatile, and you can use this in a number of ways. We will definitely be making a recipe in this vlog, so stick around for that. Right, so the link to this product will be in my description box as usual. You also get to benefit from an amazing discount when you use my unique code. Also will be in the description box. This is such an amazing brand, honestly. This is my second time working with this brand and I absolutely love their products. I love their attention to details, and I love that their products are also energy saving while being efficient. But as the name implies, this is a professional blender, so it is a rugged blender. Trust me when I say that it can do a lot. It can crush ice, and that takes a lot from a blender. So thank you again to Amzchef for sponsoring this segment of the video. I absolutely love working with this brand. They have such a good reputation and their products speak for themselves. Let's move over there and unbox some pots. All right, so moving on to this section. I have been itching to get my hands on this set for a while, and when I saw the sales on Instagram, I just had to click and get this pot as soon as possible. I've also recommended this pot to a few family and friends, and they've gone ahead to buy this pot as well. The reason why I've chosen this pot is because I'm trying to be a lot more health conscious going forward, and because, you know, pots and pans that seem to peel, your body can't process all of that peel when it gets into your food. So if you have pots and pans, non-stick to be exact, that have started to lift, my brethren and my sister, you might want to consider investing in a good set that will not, fill your body with toxins and what your body can process.
So these chemicals I was talking about are also known as forever chemicals. They're just the term given to PFAs. They are a group of thousands of synthetic chemicals that are difficult to break down and persist in the environment and our bodies. And they're just a class of chemicals that are used to make products grease proof, waterproof, stick proof, or stain resistant. And you could just find them in several packaging foods, so like pizza boxes, food wrappers, takeaway containers, microwave popcorn bags, disposable trays, bakery bags, non-stick pans, otherwise known as Teflon pans. And these things are just persistent in the body. Now, most forever chemicals stay in the body, but the ones that do pass out, you could pass them through your urine, breast milk, or menstrual flow. And the ones that do not leave may accumulate in the kidney and cause decline in kidney functions. So this is quite a serious matter, and that's why I'm encouraging everyone, if your pans have started to lift, please invest in a quality pan, because these things are worse than smoking and drinking. They deplete body function, so it's quite serious. So take it seriously, do your own research, and make plans to elevate your cooking equipment, especially if you are living a healthy life. Please invest in a quality pan. You would not regret it.
So these are my pots. These are the pots that I'm going to be cooking with going forward. You will still, however, see me using the detachable pans, the ones that come through in a set. Those ones are safe enough to continue using, but every other one I have decided to do away with, except of course my cast iron pots. Honestly, you guys, what's not to love about this pot? I love the fact that they are free from all these PFAs and the forever chemicals that come with the non-stick pans that peel. I love the fact that it's also able to breathe, so you have the vent here. It's quite common to all the pots and pans that this set comes with. Also, it has this knob for the spoons to rest on. Now, to tell you how much I've anticipated these pots, I have cleared out this entire shelf. I've done away with some pots, and I'm going to be arranging these pots here. I'm going to be cooking with them much later. Of course, I'm still keeping my wok, because this one, I don't joke with this. My cast irons are still going to be with me, but everything else I'm checking. This one I'm keeping for sentimental value because it came in a set. When we came into this country, I think I've shared this before, someone gave us brand new pots. She used to work in a kitchen, and she had pots that had been on sale for God knows how long, and no one came to buy them, so she just gave me 5 brand new pots. The wok was one of them, so I'm keeping those 2 because I love them, and they're not peeling, they're non-stick, and they are true to their word. So these are my new sets. I will be arranging them here while I prepare for tonight's dinner. Obviously, I'm going to be cooking with this new set. But yeah, let me show you around the kitchen. I'll show you what I've moved around. This shelf behind me has to stay there because that's like my pantry. But yeah, let's clean up and then I'll show you around.
So before I get into my new kitchen layout, I'm just trying to make sure that these pots and pans fit into this space. I'm just trying to arrange them to see where I'm going to put each pot. I'm still going to wash this pot later on. You'll see that later on in the vlog. I'm just trying to make sure that it all fits in here, and it did. Anyway, this is what my new layout is looking like. I have swapped where the microwave and the air fryer is, just to create more space and just for usability. Also, my air fryer keeps tripping off my fire alarm, so I've moved it to a new spot, and this new arrangement works for me. I will probably still move it before the end of the year. I know myself too well. Anyway, I love the fact that this Otogo blender fits into this space. I also got this drying rack from Shein. The link will be in my description box. If you're interested, I've also had to swap my jug back to the old one because, I don't know, my family members prefer the old one. I got this light, but it's not looking bright enough, so I might switch it out for a stronger one. And yeah, my lazy Susan is still here with my oils. I've moved the eggs closer to the burner and my utensils as well. Over the festive season, I also got a couple of bottles of non-alcoholic wine, and I will be opening that much later, not in this vlog. And I have also decided to decant my bread just to make it a lot more presentable in this Paris dish. So yeah, that's it.
Right, you guys, so this is the space I'm working with this year for now. I will probably change it before the end of the year. I know myself, I will. I've already taken down all of my Christmas decorations. You guys probably saw that in the last vlog. Right now, I'm getting ready to prepare ekuru. Where it is coming from, I don't know. But that's what I'm going to make tonight. I'm going to be using my Otogo blender and I'm going to be using my steamer to make the ekuru. I've tried to make ekuru in the past, I think 1 or 2 times. Ideally, ekuru is made with momoin leaves, and I've had these in my freezer for a while. And this is what I'm going to use to make my ekuru. The first and only time I made it, it was a disaster. When I say it was a disaster, it didn't rise well. It's just like eating a very dense cake. Like, that's the beauty of ekuru. It has to rise properly.
If you guys have made ekuru before, can you just leave 1 or 2 key points in the comment section? Just to help a sister out. You get to see how I do mine as the vlog progresses, but I just want to know some of what you guys do or did, if you've made a ekuru before. Anyway, I'm going ahead to make a fundamental blunder with this blender. I tried to peel these beans as I've done with my previous blender, and it only stayed for 2 seconds, and see what this blender did. I was shocked to my core.
I told you guys it's an Otogo blender.
Started crushing hard beans. Look at how we pounded my beans in just 2 seconds. I had to go in the manual way and peel my beans and just put that aside to let it soak for a while I go ahead and prep my other things. I'm going ahead to wash my pepper and all the pots I just got. I'm going to dry them and put them back in their place and use some to go ahead and start preparing the food. I'm also trying to see how I'm going to use the steamer because I need to use the big pot and not the steamer in the saucepan. I'm going ahead to just chop my peppers down just so that I have a rough base to make my sauce, because the sauce has grainy pepper. So I'm going ahead to start with palm oil and my onions. I'm adding crayfish. I'm just going to let that saute for a while before I add my pepper base, and I'm just going to cover that because it will start splattering. So by this time my beans is all soaked. I'm just going to add all of it to the blender, add a tiny bit of water and just give it a crush. Some people say don't let your beans get too smooth, and give it a lot of whisking just to incorporate it into it. Keep your eye on that sauce and keep moving it around. As I said, I'm using this momoin leaves. I'm placing that at the bottom of the pan. I'm going to elevate that with my ramekin and then go ahead and use this steam basket. I'm adding some water into that and bringing that to a boil. I'm using the soap and water method to clean this jug, and it works. All you have to do is just wipe it down and place it back for the next use. I'm using pomo and liver as my protein of choice. I'm also adding some eggs into that. I'm boiling my eggs before I add it into my pepper mix. So it's time to mold our leaves, and this is by far one of the most interesting parts of ekuru for me. I love working with these leaves because it just gives a nice flavor to your dish. It also it gives you that feel of home. That's what I love about it. Anyway, I molded all the ekuru and I put them in the steam basket, and it was time to boil. Just let it steam. Just keep checking on your water levels. If you're not sure, add a little bit of water as you go. I'm adding salt to taste. I'm also going to be salting my fish with only salt and black pepper, and then I'm going to agitate that and put that in the air fryer. Try to keep it as natural as possible so that I get that taste of home. Anyway, while that is cooking, I'm going to peel my eggs and put them in the sauce and just get them, soaked in that sauce. Some people stab the eggs. I find that you don't really need to. Anyway, I'm adding some onions and some crayfish for some freshness, and your sauce is done. Check that ekuru, make sure that the skewer comes in clean. Everything is all ready at this point. I'm just giving my surfaces a wipe down because I've dealt with fish and palm oil, and I just need to keep everywhere clean so that once I plate, I can sit down and eat in peace and not think of the mess in the kitchen. Look at my ekuru, guys. It came out perfect. It wasn't as loose as I wanted it to be. It wasn't as flaky, as I expected it to be, but it still came out really nice, and it was a huge improvement on the last one. Anyway, who's trying out this recipe, who has made this before, remember to leave me your tips in the comment section. I do well to respond to everyone who leaves me a comment. I'll see you in the next one.